Greetings everybody, it's 2:38 a.m. in Kuwait, 31st of December 2015, and this is your presenter Prince. From the past 6 months I have really hardly posted any videos, and most of my videos about forex trading analysis and crude oil and commodities trading XYZ. Alright, why since the last 6 months I haven't been posting new videos, and the reason being is I was introduced to an amazing new venture which involves almost no risk, a very minimal risk, which is really in the grasp of all kind of people. It is something really amazing and I'm really excited, but this is the first time I'm gonna do this at the presentation regarding my new venture. So if I'll be making some mistakes, I may be stuttering a bit, but I do believe you'll excuse me for that. Now for those of you who don't really know me, that's my picture. Alright, if you haven't met me personally in Kuwait, and I've always been self-employed since I graduated with a diploma in business management from the Australian College of Kuwait. I've always been an entrepreneur. I've offered a role of a successful investment broker for over 9 years. I'm currently also an insurance broker, a real estate consultant, network marketer, and a trainer. And I'm very multilingual. I speak English, Arabic, Russian, Urdu, and Punjabi fluently. Below you can see my contact details. I've posted my email, my Skype address, WhatsApp, Viber, and if you want to join my program, there's also a sign up link, but that all will be discussed in the second presentation. Even I've listed my Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook page. So before I move further into the depth of our presentation, the objective of this presentation is not to sell you anything, not to make you buy anything, not to convince you. When I finish all my presentations, your heart should be the one that will help you in making a decision. I don't like chasing people. I don't like chasing at all, and it is really not my style. For me, developing relationship is the most important thing. Developing friendship is the most important thing. Helping people how to achieve their goals, how to achieve their dreams is the most important thing. Let's move to the next slide. My target audience for today's presentation is I'm seeking for business-minded people or like business-minded people. I'm not looking for people who have an employee mentality. Employee mentality at the end of month is just a fixed salary to pay their bills, and these bills include probably it could be a mortgage payment, a rent payment, child education fees, evening classes, credit fees, mobile subscription, etc. I'm looking for people who are really seeking for an extra income, who really want to make an extra income, who really want an income between $1,000 to $5,000 a month. And these people could be single mothers who are supporting their kids, alright, wives that are sick of their husband asking them all the details of how they spend their money, students who cannot really go out with their friends all the time to afford that expensive coffee at the best cafe in the area, employees who are really being underpaid, who are really sick of the office politics, educators who like educating other people on how to improve their lifestyle, and for those people whose governments are not gonna provide any kind of social security or a pension or retirement income when they cross the age of 60 and 65. These are the target audiences, and it can of course vary. There's no limit to it. It's applicable to everyone. Now we'll be trading in this presentation, the future presentation, I'll be discussing there's an opportunity that you've always been waiting for. An opportunity which will help you create the house of your dreams, that will help you drive a car of your dreams, that will help you send your kids to the best private schools instead of local and government schools. An opportunity where you can clear your debts, that will help you clear your debts. If you want, even there's this opportunity could help you even get a better girlfriend. I shouldn't be using this example, but you get my point. What I'm trying to explain to you. Now, before we move further, it is time to make a self-assessment of your life. How's your life really now? Are you really happy? Are you really happy being part of the company that you work for? Are they really appreciating you, recognizing you, and promoting you consistently? How do you think your life will be in the next 5 years of your time with the same company or the same job or the current income that you have? How is it gonna be? How is it gonna affect you? Is the current salary that you're making or current income that you have, is it really enough to pay your bills and send your children to private schools? Is it enough to make you comfortably pay for the best gym in the area, to enjoy with your spouse or kids all the time and have maximum vacations? Please, take a minute or two and think about this. Take a minute or two and think about this. What's going to happen after 5 years? We know that every year there's an inflation and the currency always depreciates. Things go up in value. The houses go up in value. Good for people who own real estates, but really not good when it comes to when your salary is only growing between 1 to 5% a year, and the grocery shopping prices are going by 10-20% up. It's really not nice, and it's not a pleasant feeling. Am I right? Please brainstorm. Where do you really see yourself in 5 years? Now let me introduce you to the Lifeline. The prestigious university degree, if you hold, is actually a ticket for you to work on a 40-year plan, which is from the age of 25, the day you graduate. This is an approximated figure. Until the age of 65, you're living on a 40-year ticket, that certificate that you have from your university, which you love very much, which can get you that so-called job in which you work to make someone else rich. You're living, really, it's a 40-year plan. You're living on a 40-year plan. And what happens at the age of 65? The company forces you to retire, and your retirement income, if you're getting any, it's 60% less than your current income. Alright. Now, this is something I called a lifeline. If you live really too long, here, up to 65 or 75. If you live too long, you need money. Do we agree on that? And if you live too short, you still need money. If God sent an early SMS to you to pack up you need to be transferred, who's the one who suffers? The wife and the children, right? If you're a man. Will the family, will your spouse or the kids, will they really be able to support themselves? Would they be able to pay the rents of the home if you're the bread earner? If you're the sole bread earners, you can only earn until your two hands are working well. Am I correct? Do you agree with me on that? So if you live too short, you still need money, and if you live too long, you really need money. Why? Just like a car, human beings, after a couple of years or after a few decades, they start developing also some symptoms, some problems, just like how car needs a replacement of parts, replacement of its, human beings needs, to treat their organs, to treat their body, medical bills, they start coming in from here and there. Am I correct? Now, there are some unfortunate events that can always take place in our life, and these unfortunate events, unfortunately, do not knock on the door when they arrive. Anytime a serious accident can take place, we can get hit by a car, or any car can hit our car, or we can fall from high places, and either because of accident we can die or be disabled. Being disabled and unable to work is like dying every day. Trust me, it's not a good feeling. Or you could even be critically sick. A critical sickness can strike you at any time. Kidney failure, heart stroke, heart attack, diagnosis of cancer. It really destroys a person, and not only the person's body, but it also destroys the whole family. An old age, when an old age takes, you don't have that kind of energy and hyper a hyper thing in your body that you can really work hard, extra hours, and make that extra income. Death we've already discussed. Like when you're the bread earner and if you die, the family can really not stand on their feet. And also termination. When your employer terminates you from your job or you lose your business, are you sure it's really easy to live the next 3 to 6 months without having any kind of income? Can you really pay your rents, children's fees, evening karate classes, gym classes, wife's manicure and pedicure? Can you really do that? Can you pay for the maid that comes to your home to clean the dishes or to clean your toilets or whatever? Can you really pay her? Can you really pay for the groceries? And I'm sure most of the 90% of the people watching this video will agree that they cannot. Alright, so usually what happens, this is a brief summary of Lifeline, and this is just a general example. Okay, it might not be applicable to you, probably a really successful person, I don't know. Now at the age of 30, on average we get married, and the age of 35 you have 2 kids and expenses are really going up, and that salary is just hardly growing 2 to 5% a year. And at the age of 45, kids are going to high school, they're getting big for the university, and you know, at 55, around 55, the kids are ready to go to the university, and if they're really not on scholarship, you're really in trouble. And when the kids even graduate, the marriage expenses are gonna come, and marriage expense, unfortunately, it is not $500 or $5,000. It's a big expense. And what happens next? You start showing signs of anxiety, depression. You start blaming your family and kids. You curse your wife for no reason. You curse your kids for no reason. You curse your life for no reason. And you know, when you point a finger on someone and you blame someone, you see the rest of the fingers, the 3 fingers, are pointing towards yourself. Whenever you were young and anyone approached towards you, you rejected an opportunity. When anybody in your life, when you were growing up, approached with a life-changing opportunity, you rejected it. You were always skeptical, negative. And what's the cost? You know, that's one of the reasons why people have, at the age of 55 to 65, they start developing cholesterol, diabetes. They get serious disease, and you know, then say hello to the medical expenses that are arriving at that stage. Trust me, it's not the family's fault. It's not your fault that you got married. It's not your fault that you have kids. You yourself are accountable. You have to learn how to create your own economy when there's a bad economy. Now there are 2 types of income. First is an active income, which we call is man at work. And man at work is finite. Let us go back to our Lifeline. 25 to 65, I'm the bread earner of the home. I go to my so-called job, yeah, and I bring in monthly revenue. So if something happens, if any unfortunate event takes place in my life, the income really stops. This is something we call an active income, a man at work, 2 hands working for money. There is another kind of income called passive income, and this is money at work. And money at work can be or could be finite. What is money at work? Let us go to 25, again to our Lifeline. I know, for example, if I live unto 55, 65 or 75 and I die, but if I have $1 million in my account in a certificate of deposit in the bank or in form of real estate, I'm gonna get a monthly income or interest, and I really don't need to worry about my family's financial future. Or if I had $5 million, I was able to purchase a building and rent all the apartments available in it. I myself don't have to worry about going to the day job, and my kids really don't have to worry about joining any company for employment. And if I die, the banks are gonna live for 100, 200 years, or the buildings are gonna stand for for 100 years or more. You know, the income is gonna keep on coming. Another way to define passive income is you just take your pillow and go to sleep and the money is going to keep on flowing. Does it make sense? This is something called cash flow quadrant, and I learned from Robert Kiyosaki, who is one of the best #1 New York bestseller book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. I really recommend that you read this book. On the left hand side of the quadrant, we've got employees and self-employed. E stands for employee, S for self-employed. S also stands for solo players or single business owners. The employees, their inner core values are, now I'm not trying to offend anyone, I respect everyone's beliefs, but employees, their inner values are safe and secure job. The CEO of the company, general manager of the company, or the janitor of the company, they have same thing. Safe and secure job. Salary on time. Their vision is limited only to the salary. Only paying the bills. That's what they all know. Now S is also specialist. S also stands for specialist, like a dentist who owns his own clinic. If the dentist is sick and unable to be present to extract the patient's teeth, he's lost the customer and the income for that day. A lawyer who's on his way to win a $5 million case in the court, meets an accident, dies, family depends on the charity, and the company also loses that lawsuit. You see that? Do we really want our family to be exposed to a chance of having an income from charity? I'm sure not. Now on the right hand side, before I move to the right hand side, S also stands for single business owners. What is a single business owner? It can be a grocery shop owner. It could be a small restaurant owner. These people, they think they own the business, but all the time the business owns them. They have to be present at their business to have an income, to manage the people, to monitor the people. But if they're not there, the income's also not there. Let me give you an example. My dad is a single business owner. He's a single business owner, and when the clients come to his workplace, they don't see him. They don't deal with his employees at all. They want to deal with my dad. So it's a loss. Now let's move to the right hand side. Now by business people, I mean proper business systems or business models that really work. These are franchise systems, agency systems. McDonald's, Starbucks, Microsoft, Google, these are business systems. These are businesses that work, and they generate an amazing income. What does a businessman do? He leverages the effort of other people. I didn't mention this in the passive income. Passive income is money at work and also people at work for you. How can I explain with an example? Let's say I work 20 days a month and I make $5,000. If I have 9 more people like me, with my 2 hands I'm making only $5,000. But if I have 9 more people, now I'm at the power of 10, and my hands from 2 are equal to 20. And in 30 days, I am getting an effort of 30 multiplied by 10 people, 300 days. And my income to do, and if I want to do the same task to receive same results, it's gonna be 5,000 multiplied by 10, because we're 10 people now. It's $50,000 income a month. So the businessman leverages the effort of other people. Investor is someone who has put his money, and I've already discussed it. An investor was able to put his money in the bank on interest, or he was able to invest in a very nice real estate that gives him a rental income. Now people on the left hand side are active income earners, right hand side are passive income earners. Now to establish a strong business needs millions of dollars. If you want to make an ideal income, or if you want to make a double triple income that you have now, to establish a business, for that you need a lot of huge capital. What do I do as a trainer? I first of all create vision for my clients, and I transfer them from the left quadrant to the right hand side. From the left quadrant to the right hand side. How? I just make them business person. And how much investment is really needed to build a multi-million-dollar business, and you'll be really shocked. And surprisingly, I want to keep it a surprise. I won't be discussing in this presentation. You can make a multi-million-dollar business for only one-time investment of $1,000. Too good to be true, right? That's what that's what I do. I'll be transforming people, and I'm already doing that. I'm actually transforming people from left quadrant to the right quadrant. In the first 2 to 3 years, you're a business person. Around third or the fourth year on this venture, you automatically become an investor. You really don't need to manage your employees at all. And we don't really have employees. We have associates. We have partners. You don't need to manage your partners. You don't need to train them. You don't need to educate them much. This is Robert Kiyosaki. A small description of the cash flow quadrant. You can take your time to read it or pause the video. Moving on to the next slide. This is how an active income really looks like. You see, 95% of the people, they follow this table. From 30 to 40 years, as mentioned, your income is really equal to the effort that you put in. Like I said, if you are earning $5,000 for 20 months, if for some reason you went only to work for 10 days, you will be paid $2,500, and you can easily receive a warning letter or termination letter if you did not have a valid reason for not being able to come to the work. And my God, if you really lose a job, I'm sure we cannot really survive comfortably and live comfortably for the next 6 months. You don't really get paid for the whole for 1 month. You get paid for the effort that you put in 1 month. If you were paid for 1 month without putting the if you say you are paid for 1 month, it means you can sleep at home on your bed and the money will keep on coming. So this is the active income. Moving on to the next table. This is how our career is, or most of the time business people, this is how their career is. This is the timeline. The first year, the effort is huge. When you have an amazing business idea that you were introduced to, your friends and family, they try to be skeptical, negative, they'll take you down. And also you're new to the business, you're trying to learn, checking with the person who introduced you, checking with your friends who introduced you to this. You're learning the nature of the business. So it's going to be really hard in the first year. And the income is going to be very small. It's going to be peanuts. It is literally going to be peanuts. Every businessman knows that. If me and you today decide to open a very nice fancy restaurant and we dump in $50,000 each, and after a month you come, hey, Prince, we need our money back. We cannot. It's been converted into bricks and stones and all the accessories or items needed to operate that restaurant. A break-even point has to come. So if you survive the first year, and when you survive the first year, your income starts to go up and effort starts to reduce. Keep in mind, the ceiling of the effort is constant. It's not changing. Third year in our career, the income will dramatically go up and the effort will be really reduced. You may become here a celebrity and you'll be just appearing on request of other people in your organization to display inspiration. Now, how you can, and this is the fourth year, you don't put any effort at all, and your income has dramatically increased to a level that there is an automated residual income that's coming. An automated income, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I want you to look for. To be independent of your jobs, independent of your salaries, independent of that single business that makes you really, that gives you really tough time at the end of month, because there are expenses to be paid, business expenses, running costs, rent, salaries, up, down, left, right, lot of stuff. Alright, so this is what I mean. You become from businessman to an investor, where you don't longer have to really monitor your money, and the money is going to keep on coming. And let me stun you a bit. I'm not supposed to tell you this. There's a potential of earning $50,000 a week, and there are already people who are doing that. They've been listed in Forbes magazine. They have been listed on businessforhome.org as top 100 income earners in the world with the organization or with the program that I'm involved with. Alright, so in conclusion, the purpose of this presentation was just to create a vision for you, just to expand your vision and explain you that having an active income is really not a good idea. Now, why I joined this venture? I've been actively trading Forex, and it has never been a consistent income. Most of the trainers from the Forex market as well, they are just bullshitting with their students. They keep on coming with new strategies, new products just to make a passive income. They're very smart, and they don't even display their financial statements, their performance statements, how they're earning. They don't do that. They don't give access to their trading accounts. Now, so for some of you, this might be an alien language. In Forex trading, you buy and sell commodities and currencies, mainly currencies, and you make income from that. And it is really the difficult market. But even if you're making a very nice, decent income, it's still an active income. The higher the income, higher the standard of life, more trouble you are in. Now, if I'm making $10,000 to $20,000 a month, and that's how we live, and we eat all that money that comes in, or spend that money into shopping, into doodads that I want to call something that are not necessary, and this income stops someday to come. Can the family who has such a higher standard of living, those who cannot even compromise with that standard of living, can they really survive? Hell no. Hell no. So in conclusion, part 2 is really going to be on the way, where I'm going to discuss what am I really doing, what is my venture really about, and how I'm doing it. How I'm doing it, and how you can do it, how you can be part of it, how it can help you, how it can help you achieve your financial dreams, how it can make your dreams come true, how you can be able to send your kids to better colleges, universities, and schools, how you can pay your debt off, how you can buy that car of dreams, how you can fire your boss, how you can quit your day job. It will be discussing in depth how you can make a transition from active income earner to a passive income earner. And you know what's my real objective? It is to get rich and help others get rich, and the others have to duplicate the same idea, if not the same idea, the same vision, and implement it the way it suits them. Alright? Now, if you have any questions, I've posted my information in the description box of this video, and you can contact me. Alright? So this is Prince. Have a great, successful week. I wish you a lot of health, wealth, and success in your life and personal careers. Bye bye for now.